Hey there, y'all. Welcome to Honey and Earth Yoga. My name is Kenzie. I'm a certified yoga teacher and a student of all things yoga. Today we are doing a more fast-paced Vinyasa style flow. So what that means is we are trying to work up to doing about one breath per movement. Today's peak pose is Eagle, Garudasana, and that's a pretty challenging balancing pose. It also has some big twists in the arms as well as the legs and the feet. So it can be challenging, but the good news is you do not have to already have Eagle mastered to try this flow. With that said, this is more an intermediate to advanced flow just because we are doing poses like revolved half moon that are going to require a little bit more bendiness, a little bit more familiarity with your body. So if that doesn't sound like something that you're into, I invite you to try some of the other videos I have that are more beginner to intermediate level. Now I know the goal of Vinyasa is to get the blood pumping and be a little bit more of a workout. This is yoga, so what we're going to do before we start our flow is come into a moment of mindfulness to connect back with our bodies. So if you haven't already, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You can either close the eyes or just soften the gaze, whatever feels good in this moment. Take a minute to arrive on the mat. Everything that happened before this and everything that will happen after this, put them aside. Right now is the time for you, your body, your soul, your practice. Let's take a few breaths here. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Inhale, last one. Today's peak pose, Eagle, is dynamic. It requires not just a sense of balance, but a practice of balancing. And you'll see what I mean when you get into it. But just like life off the mat, this requires constant micro adjustments, maybe taking a break, trying a different approach, having the humility to step back if something's not working today. We can learn a lot on the mat about our bodies, but also ourselves. I invite you to approach this practice today with a grateful heart, humility, and respect for the lessons that your body wants to teach you. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. We've arrived. Start bringing some small movements to the body. Maybe you slowly roll the head. Twist the wrists. Move the shoulders on the spine. Take a little good morning stretch. That feels nice. That feels nice. Okay, let's start warming up for Garudasana. So I will meet you on your back. Eagle demands a lot of flexibility throughout the body. So we're just going to warm up some of the joints here. Get some twists going in the hips. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Wake up the lower back, maybe part of the glutes. Connect to your breathing here. Now find a place of stillness. We're going to take our right ankle and cross it over our left knee for reclined figure 4. So if this is enough sensation, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the left foot off the mat and hug that right leg into the chest. You can loop the hands through the legs and bring those legs in, being sure to flex both feet. It helps us get a more active stretch. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, put that left foot back down, unwind the hands. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, kick up that left ankle to the right knee, or right thigh, I guess. You can stay here, or on your next inhale, bring that leg in. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly drop that right foot back to the mat, unwind, bring the feet back to the bottom of the mat. From here, we're going to come up to sitting. Tuck the chin, support yourself with your arms as you press up. From here, we're going to start getting some twists in, so let's just do some easy twists. So what I want you to do is bring your feet out in front of you, bottoms of the feet to the mat. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. Your left hand can either be on fingertips or flat on the mat. For me, fingertips feels better today. See if you can lengthen through the crown of the head, not the spine, the head, crown of the head, and twist a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly unwind, come back to center. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. I know it seems slow right now, but we are waking up the body before we get into our sun salutations. And then you're really going to hate me. 1 more breath here. Exhale, bring it back to center. From here, swing those knees out to the side and come into tabletop for some cat-cows. Be mindful of trying to get the shoulder in line with the wrist. Now let's inhale, gaze comes up, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to a neutral spine. We'll come into some arm stretches from here. So I want you to inhale, lift that right arm up. Exhale, thread that right arm through the left for thread the needle. You can stay here or experiment with placing your hands. Maybe your left arm goes to the top of the mat. Maybe it goes to reach for that right hip. Play around with the sensation and see what feels best. Last one, inhale. Exhale, start to bring yourself up. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Now inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread the needle. Experiment with your arm placement. On your exhale, bring that right arm back. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, tabletop. From here, we will come into puppy pose. So look and see where your hands are and put your elbows right there. All right, and we're going to shine the chest down to the mat. Gaze goes forward. You can also experiment with having the forehead on the ground. A few breaths here. On your exhale, look forward. Inhale, tippy toe the hands back in for tabletop. Now let's come into our Malasana squat, yogi squat. For that, you're going to tuck the toes, tiptoe yourself back up. And from here, we're going to come into Malasana. So we'll point our toes out to the side of the mat. Feet come about mat distance apart, and we sit back into our Malasana. So here's what that looks like from the front with a block. You can also use a block here, especially if you have tight hips. So we come into Malasana. Wherever you are, take 2 breaths here. Last one, inhale. On your exhale, press up into forward fold for ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Whatever feels good here. Waking up the backs of the legs, the spine, the neck, maybe even the shoulders. From here, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come into mountain pose. So, one of the things about eagle pose is that it requires a lot of balance and strength on our feet. I broke my foot a few years ago and I completely lost any sense of balance on that foot. So if you are trying to improve strength and flexibility, proprioception, all that good stuff, I highly recommend this exercise we're about to do. It's called Pada Bandha. Technically, it means foot lock, not like foot locker, foot lock. It's a different thing. So what we do is we practice locking different parts of our feet and learning and getting a little more awareness. So that way, when we're in a balancing pose, we don't go, boop, fall over, right? We don't want that. We want to be able to make those little micro adjustments, kind of like a tree swaying in the wind, right? They're not stick straight. They kind of go with it. They go with the flow. And that's what we want to do with yoga. So let's do 2 sequences of a little Pada Bandha exercise one of my teachers showed me. So what I want you to do is inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift all of your toes off the mat. Take Take another breath here. Exhale, toes come down. You might think, that's not so bad. Just wait, just wait. All right, next one. Inhale, toes come off the ground. And now I want your big toe only to touch. The other toes should be lifted. If your toes are cramping, just exit the pose and come back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come down. Let's pedal out the feet. Got a couple more variations of that, and then we'll get into our Vinyasa flows. All right, inhale, lift the toes. On your exhale, pinky toes come to touch the mat. This one's challenging for me. Oh. Here, come out of the pose, and you can always go back in. 2 more breaths here. Last one. Inhale, lift all toes. Exhale, come down. Pedal it out. All right, let's put your newfound ability to the test. Let's do that one more time. You've got it in you. You can do this. Inhale, lift all the toes. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, toes drop. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, big toe, inhale. Exhale, big toe comes down. Hold. Exhale, bring it all down. You got this. One more, one more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the pinky toe. Inhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale, drop. Pedal it out. Great job. Woo! Okay, you didn't know you could do foot warm-ups, did you? Well, now you do. Okay, so now that we are nice and stretched out, we are going to warm up with Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B. We're just going to do 2 of each. I say just. They're so fun, aren't they? They're so fun. All right. Now let's get the blood pumping. We're going to come into Sun Salutation A. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, either on your knees or conventionally. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, first down dog of the day. Woo woo. Oh. Pedal it out here just for a minute. Maybe shake the head. Pedal it out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Prayer hands up above you. Exhale, bring prayer hands to chest. Take a moment here to center. If you haven't already, start working on your Ujjayi pranayama, your breath of fire, which is going to help build heat in the body during our vinyasa practice. One more Sun Salutation A. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Hands come to meet at our chest. If you aren't warm yet, now we're going to warm up with Sun Salutation B's. So inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Tuck the hips, look up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, warrior one, right leg to the front. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. For extra points, take it with one leg. Woohoo! Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, warrior one, left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, hop, step, or jump to the front. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale. And exhale, mountain pose. Take a minute here to reset. We have one more sun salutation B. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale, hands come in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, warrior one, right side. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, warrior one, left side. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Take a minute to reset here. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, jump, step, or hop to your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, mountain pose. I don't know about you, but I am thoroughly warmed up, so if you need to, don't forget to take a break for water. Now that we're thoroughly warmed up, let's get moving into our flow. We'll take a Chaturanga and meet in down dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Meet you in down dog. All right, take an inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right leg forward for a low lunge. Take a breath here. Inhale, right arm lifts for dragonfly twist. Gaze goes to the sky. Big transition here, straighten the back foot and the front foot for a revolved triangle. Now, if you want more of a stretch, you can stay here, or you can come into revolved half moon. Inhale. On your exhale, revolved half moon. Left leg lifts. Gaze goes to the ceiling if possible. Exhale. Great job. Inhale. On your exhale, drop that left foot back, come up for high crescent lunge, right leg forward. Next, come into one-legged mountain, inhale. On your exhale, bring the weight into the right leg, left leg lifts. You can stay here if that feels good, or you can come into tree pose. So, there are a couple ways to do tree. Tree is a great practice for the balancing that we will eventually be doing on eagle pose. So, if you're new to tree, you can kick up your heel of your left foot onto your right ankle, and then that left leg is going to twist out. So we've got an open hip on that side. Hands can either come up at an angle or out to the side like branches or horns. From here, if you want more of a challenge, we can slide that left foot up the leg. So let's put our, whoa, see, I'm already feeling it. Put that left foot on the right calf. And that's already going to change the demand on that right foot for balancing, right? Stay here, see how that feels. A lot of people are tempted to put that foot on the right knee. It's not wrong, but some people say that it can cause joint issues if you do it a lot or with a lot of force. So I just play it safe and we just avoid it. So from here, the next step is to bring that left foot onto the right thigh. Some people can do this without their hands. I can't. So just gonna grab it and boop. The key here is to remember to jut that hip out, open up the hip instead of caving forward this way. Not only is it bad for our posture, but it can also increase the likelihood of balance issues or falling. So wherever you are in tree, experiment with your hands. Maybe you come out to a V, bring them out to the side. It can also be on your hips or in prayer pose, yogi's choice. Now that we have the fundamentals of tree, let's get back into the flow. So we're facing the front of our mat. We are in our version of tree. From here, we're going to kick into airplane. Left leg lifts, arms come back. See how low your airplane can go. Inhale. Exhale, drop the left foot. Come into a wide facing stance here on the side of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, toes point out, hands reach up. Exhale, come into goddess pose, your choice of arm placement. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale one more time. Exhale, press back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two, right foot front. Take a minute to check your form here. We want our stance to be just wide enough to have it be a challenge, but not so wide that we're at risk of falling or something. Inhale. Exhale. Catch your breath. Inhale. On your exhale, big transition into chair pose at the top of the mat. So exhale, windmill the hands to that front thigh. Bring the feet together. Stage yourself for chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit into your chair. Tuck the hips. Great job. Final pose of this flow, we're going to come into Garudasana from chair. What that's going to look like. You're in your chair pose, right? Let's work on our feet first. Inhale that right foot. Exhale, cross the right knee over the left knee. This is option one. Option two, which I can do some days and can't do some days, is to see about kicking those toes behind the calf. I'm not as flexible today, so I guess it's not happening, but try it and see where you are today. So let's shake it out. Whew. All right. So let's Garudasana legs. Cross like this, or see if you can do an extra twist, okay? Next, we're gonna work on Garudasana arms. So to do that, we have our right arm forward, okay? Just like this, like we're opening a door, okay? Next, bring your left arm and cross it underneath. Cross them together like scissors and see if you can connect the palms together. Now, what do you do if that doesn't feel great on the shoulders. There's a couple of different options. So one of the things we can do, arm out, we can just have our hands out like this. We can try to go for a simplified twist. Maybe you just tuck the arms like this instead of doing that extra twist at the end, okay? Or if it really doesn't feel good on the shoulders, I've seen some people just do really aggressive bear hug on yourself. Believe it or not, this will still stretch your shoulders and it still feels awesome, so go for it. As always, there are other options. You can put your hands on your hips, you can do prayer hands, hands come out in tree arms, whatever variation that helps you feel stable without hurting yourself is worth exploring. So, last pose in this sequence, let's come into chair and we'll transition into Garudasana, eagle. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, sit back into chair. Bring the weight into the left foot, inhale. Right leg slowly with control, sit down onto that left leg. Let's bring into our arms now that we feel stable. Now, if you feel good here, see if you can lift the arms a little higher. Gaze goes to the ceiling. Great job. Inhale. Exhale, unravel. Take one chaturanga and we will meet in child's pose. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Take a few breaths here in child's pose to reset, and we will do this flow on the left side and then maybe a couple more times. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come into tabletop just for a second and press back into downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breathing here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, closing the throat. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Plant that right arm. Inhale, dragonfly twist. Exhale. Stay here, or if you want a more aggressive twist on your inhale, exhale, revolve triangle. Feel free to use blocks here to bring the ground to you if the twist is not feeling great. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, revolved half moon. Oh yeah, there's a difference on this side for me. I don't know about you. Hold it for inhale. Exhale, plant that right foot back, come into high crescent lunge. Ooh. Exhale. Big transition here. Inhale. Exhale, one-legged mountain. Whoa, haha. Right leg lifts. On your exhale, come into your version of tree pose. Maybe experiment with where you want to place the foot on this side. Every side is different. We'll take 2 breaths here to reset in tree. All right. Inhale. Exhale, kick back that right foot, airplane. See how low your airplane can go. This is the foot I broke a few years ago, so it's interesting how my balance is still wonky. Inhale. Exhale. Toes are going to point out to the side of the mat. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, sink into goddess pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, see if you can lift the heels. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, drop the heels. Inhale, lift up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, warrior two on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, big transition here. Windmill the hands forward. Bring into chair pose. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale. On your exhale, Garudasana, left side. That means the left leg is going to cross over the right. We're going to sit down. This time, the left arm is going to be the base. We're going to twist the right arm around it. If possible, lift the arms more, gaze comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, unravel, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, let's meet in child's pose. Take a moment here to reconnect with your breath. Smile. Everything's good. We're going to challenge ourselves by going through that flow one more time on each side, and then we'll cool down. Deal? Deal. Okay. Inhale. On your exhale, press back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, dragonfly twist. Exhale, revolve triangle. Inhale. Exhale, revolved half moon. Inhale. Exhale, drop that back foot. Come back up into high crescent lunge. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, one-legged mountain. Whoa, try to keep your balance. Inhale. Exhale, tree. We're going to hold tree for 3 breaths. On your exhale, kick that left foot back, come into airplane. Inhale. Exhale, drop that foot. Face the side of your mat. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. One more, inhale. Exhale, heels come down, reach up, star. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands forward, come into chair pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, Garudasana, right leg over left. 2 breaths here. On your exhale, unravel, Chaturanga. Take 2 breaths here. You're doing so good. All right, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, dragonfly twist. Exhale, revolve triangle. Inhale. Exhale, revolved half moon. Or an approximation of revolved half moon if you're me. Inhale. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, your version of tree. 3 breaths here. Exhale, kick that right leg back. Airplane. Inhale. On your exhale, face the edge of your mat. Toes pointed out. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess pose. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels. Inhale. Exhale, heels come down, reach up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come into warrior 2, left leg at the front. Another breath here, inhale. On your exhale, windmill the arms forward. Inhale, come into your chair. Exhale, sit. Inhale. Exhale, Garudasana, left leg on top of right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, unravel. One last chaturanga, and we'll meet in child's pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. We will meet in a blessed child's pose. Let's take 3 breaths here in child's pose to catch our breath. We're gonna do just a little bit more work. I want you to come to lie down on your belly for locust pose, also known as Superman's, if you have tried them at the gym with a personal trainer. All right. Take a minute here to reset. On your inhale, come into locust pose. Feel the hip points connecting with the ground. Inhale. Exhale, come down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, come into locust. See if you can lift a little taller. Maybe you bring the arms behind you like a graceful swan. Exhale, come down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, we come into locust pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And exhale, come down. Great job. From here, press into a very short counter stretch. Sit back on the heels as if you're going to do child's pose, but we're going to do rabbit's pose. So see if you can grab your heels with your hands, tuck the chin, bend forward, and see if you can bring the crown of the head to touch the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come back onto your belly. I want you to take your arms out on either side in a T shape. We're going to come into broken wing. To do that, inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, use the left hand to support you. Twist over onto the right side. See if you can get that left foot to touch the floor behind you. Your foot doesn't have to be flat. It could be up on the tiptoe. Hold for 2 breaths here. Inhale. On your exhale, slow with control. Come back to center. We'll do the same on the left side. Inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, slowly swing it over to the floor behind the left leg. Two breaths here. Inhale. On your exhale, come back to center. Bring your arms on either side of you. Massage the forehead. Inhale, bring yourself up just for a brief moment. On your exhale, come into pigeon, right side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, see if you can sleep your pigeon. Feel free to use blocks here to make this more comfortable. Maybe adjust the legs. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come into a plank just for a second. Inhale, come into pigeon, left side. Did I scare you for a second? Gotcha. All right, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sleep your pigeon. 3 breaths here. Inhale, press yourself up. Exhale, swing that right leg to the front of the mat. Bring both legs out in front of you for a brief stretch with staff pose. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, slowly fold. Stay here for 2 breaths, playing with arm placement, using some blocks, whatever feels good. Exhale, release the hands. Slowly press yourself up. And now we'll come on to our backs. We're almost to Shavasana. Take a minute here to massage the pelvis by windshield wipering the legs. Do they feel different now than they did at the start of the practice? It's not good or bad, just notice it. Find a moment of stillness here. Our final pose for today will be Supta Baddha Konasana, which is reclined butterfly. So bring the heels of the feet together. Experiment with how far out from your body you want the feet to be. You can keep them pretty close, keep them pretty far away. That's going to adjust where you feel the sensation and how intense it is. If you have blocks, you can also grab blocks and place them under the knees for ultimate comfort. This is the last pose I'm offering today. Take this moment to let go of your practice. Connecting with the breath. On your exhale, if you have blocks, you can put them to the side. And now you can come into Shavasana, corpse pose. Lie flat on your back. Some people like to lie on their tummies. Maybe you bring the feet into the mat, let your knees rest together. Maybe Supta Baddha Konasana is your jam. Maybe do legs up the wall. Take a minute to find your pose today. Once you found your cozy spot, rest into Shavasana. I will lead you out when it's time to awake. Now slowly start to wake up the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles, moving your head from side to side. Swallow with the throat. Start to wake up the body. When you're ready, turn onto your favorite side. Flutter the eyes open if you haven't already, and slowly plush yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands together and bring them to heart center. I know today's practice was challenging, but I hope that you learned something about yourself, yoga, maybe life, who knows. I honor the people and places that have brought this practice to us. Om Shanti. Go in peace.